coffee time. Past coffee time. What's up? You can't tell I'm tired, can you? Okay, everybody. Oh, let me get situated. I am Cathy, representing Sassy Silver Sisters. I'm usually here on Mondays, unless something happens. And I try to schedule the next day, which is today. And if I can't do that, then we'll just fall over into Friday. So on Fridays, it's just a few minutes of chit chat. And I want the Facebook people to roll on over into YouTube and subscribe. And if you want me to give you a shout out, it has to be a public ID. Otherwise, go on over there. The live streams will be over there until Facebook gets their act together as far as me trying to do this with other sites, because I'm allowed to go on, I think, 2 different sites at the same time, but it never would work out for Facebook. Knock on wood. I'm having good luck with YouTube. How you doing? Suzette. Let me make sure I'm I guess I am, because you're on YouTube. Okay, cool. Anyway, how was everybody's Easter? That's what I want to know. Ours was nice. Went over to my daughter's house. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm touching stuff I ain't supposed to be touching. I went over to my daughter's house, and she had a nice meal, and I got to bring a side dish, and I'll show you in a minute what the side dish was. I think you'll probably like this, Suzette, because it's simple. Easy. That's the reason I picked it. And I'm still eating the leftovers for lunch today. So yeah, we had a good time. And there was something else I was going to tell you. Anyway, I got to say the date. Today is April 22nd, and it's a Tuesday. I'm usually here on Monday. 2025. Come on over to YouTube, my Facebook friends. And let me see what else I got to do. Oh, we've got to do, what is today? The 22nd. And I'll show you my cookies too that I made. That I'm always, I don't know if y'all are this type of person or not, but every time I do something, I always go, no, man, I can do that better. I'm going to do this differently. So I'll show you in a minute. All right, today is April 22nd. It's Earth Day. It's Girl Scout Leader Day, and it's National Jelly Bean Day, which you guys got to go over to your local stores. It's after Easter. The Easter packaging candies will be on sale, on clearance, whatever. So go check that out. And you can, when the kids were little, I got a bunch of jelly beans for like 10 cents a bag. And we ate jelly beans forever. But cool. And chocolates I used to freeze. Okay, so April 22nd, historical events. The first human eye transplant is performed in 1969. I want to think that I remember this, but I don't. I think I saw it on the news because I was still young. The first Earth Day celebration is founded by Gaylord Nelson in 1970. Barbara Walters becomes the first female U.S. nightly news anchor for ABC in 1976. Oh, gosh. Anyway, April 22nd, birthdays. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday. Eddie Albert, actor, 1908. Aaron Spelling, TV writer, producer, 1928. Glenn Campbell, singer, 1936. Jack Nicholson, actor, producer, writer, 1936. Jason Miller, playwright, actor, 1939. And Peter Frampton, singer, 1950. Interesting. Okay. Rainy. It's not rainy here. I don't know if it. Okay, well, I don't know if. Let me ask my co-host. Alexa, what's the weather in Culpeper, Virginia?
In Culpeper, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 82 degrees and a low of 53 degrees.
Okay. So it's going to be warm. Yeah, it's just going to be warm today. It's going to be, oh. Okay, so I'll show you my cookies. First, they're already wrapped. I'm not going to take them out because I'm giving these to Mom. She said, save me some. She just wants to keep the cookies. She likes the pictures or whatever. So we've got Happy Easter. These are the sugar sheets. Remember the sugar sheets where I print out with the edible ink? And they turned out good, except I see like it's off-centered and all that stuff. That stuff bugs me, even though it doesn't bug anybody else. They want the cookie. But they turned out very pretty. See the colors? Isn't that pretty? So those are the 3 designs that I made. So since I've done the cookies like this for a few times. Hi, Judy. Since I've done these cookies like this for a few times, now we're on to new adventures, and I've got to kind of check it out. Like, as some of the people don't do the full cookie picture. They do, like, maybe have a bunny in the middle or something. They don't do the full cookie picture. But I thought those were cute. I just don't have the patience for details, like little tiny stuff. I don't have the patience for it. Especially when you make as many cookies as I make at a time, because I make some to pass out to my daughter and her customers, and my granddaughter and her patients. She works in a doctor's office, and so not her patients, but her co-workers. She said I set them down, and when I go back to check, they're gone, like boom, like that. And I said, well, that's good. Maybe you need to start selling them. Okay, let's see. But making cookies is something that I can do, and I found the perfect recipe for that, and I'm happy with the recipe, and it's just, and it gets my artistic part. It gets me to do that on a cookie, and I like it. Okay, so what this is a fresh sweet corn salad. I did not have fresh corn, and it can be served hot or cold. And I didn't do it exactly right because I didn't really know what I was doing. but the flavors make the corn taste better. And I'll show you. I'll share it. Okay. This is fresh sweet corn salad. They call it a salad. So if you get some fresh summer corn, then you can do this, and it will probably just be whoa. I had brand name Del Monte or somebody. I had sweet corn in a can, so I said I'll just do the can because they wanted a corn dish. And so it's easy, and it says it's diabetic friendly, nut-free, dairy-free, low sodium, soy-free, high fiber, heart healthy, vegan, vegetarian, egg-free, gluten-free, low calorie. So if you use the fresh corn, 4 medium ears of fresh corn, 10-ounce frozen whole. So you can use frozen, and it's got to be thawed out. So I go, if you can use frozen, I know frozen corn tastes better than canned corn, but I already had the canned corn. Teaspoon of olive oil, 1 cup thin strips of orange bell pepper. Does peppers have different flavors? I don't know. I don't buy it enough. Now I got leftover red and yellow pepper, so I got to figure out something to do with that. 1 cup of red onion, which I already had, and then your salt and your pepper. And if you want to garnish it with basil, you can. So you get 2 cups of corn. Heat in a skillet over medium heat. Add the corn, the bell pepper, and the onion. Cook, stirring until the bell pepper and onion are tender crisp. Mine wouldn't crisp up, so that I gave up. It wouldn't crisp. So I don't know why. It just wouldn't. So that's okay. It still tastes good. And then season. And then you serve it warm or chilled. So either or. I mean, it's a nice looking dish, see? So, and I did like the flavors, but I like onion, and I like red onion, and I like pepper, but bell pepper. So it all worked. It worked for me anyway. I got leftovers. 74 in Ohio. Yeah, the cookies are cute. I love the colors that were in the cookies. I mean, in the cookie sheet. But I'm one of them. I just do too much. I do too much of everything. I don't get precise. Like I don't do, okay, there's going to be this many people, and we'll do 1 cookie. I don't do that. I did 2 batches of cookies, and so I could let my daughter and granddaughter take them to work. And I did it in steps this time, so it wouldn't hurt my back. I'm learning. I did it in steps. So anyway, so that recipe is on Eating Well. And I'm going to save this and put it in with my recipes in case I forget. I don't really have to save it, but I'm going to save it until it stays up here. How's everybody doing? I did go to the doctor, and we're still adjusting. And if this works, cross your fingers, guys. If this works, I won't be taking 3 other pills. Cross your fingers, please, please, please. Cross your fingers. So, yeah, if it works. And she said, only take your blood pressure once. Consistently, around the same time. After you've taken your meds. Because I was doing before my meds, after my meds. She said, this is all over the place. Just do it once in the evening. Because, you're always kind of sitting still. Yeah. But I didn't have fresh. And it said frozen. So I said, what the heck? They not had it before. And there wasn't that many people there. And if they don't, eat it, then that's okay. I am going to bring it home. And I'm eating it. I like it. But I like corn. So having it for lunch. And then for dinner, I'll just add something else, with it somehow. And it'll be gone. It will be gone. But yeah, so we're testing. She was laughing at me because I said, we're doing a biological experiment here. Because I won't just do, and I told her the same thing. I said, I don't do what I'm told. I do what works for me. I just don't, And I said, if you, like a long time ago, my blood pressure would drop. And I said, I can't take it every day. And he goes, you're supposed to take it every day. And I said, no, I can't. That doesn't make sense to me. If your blood pressure is already low, why would you take blood pressure medicine on top of that to lower that? That doesn't make sense to me. So, but we're working it out. And she's very nice. And she just laughs at me because I told her, I said, I'm a rebel without a cause. I don't do what I'm told just because you're telling me to do it. I'm not like that. So I said, remember when the self-checkouts came out? I like the self-checkout. I don't like the loud, now put it in the bag. Now put your card in. Now, I didn't like all that. I still don't like it. It's like, will you be quiet and quit telling me what to do? So I guess we're going to be getting used to warm weather, huh? Is that how it's going to go? I know they had, did we have spring? I don't remember. Let me see what this says, because I think what it's been doing is getting a little hot, getting warm, and then storms, then getting warmer, and then storms, and then getting warmer, and then storms. But this one said, oh gosh, it's going to rain Saturday. I got to go to a ball game. This cannot be happening to me. Hopefully it won't. This one says Saturday. No, it's only going to go up to 79 and stuff. Okay. But I got to go to a ball game. I can't do this. Oh. I was just talking about going to my grandson's ball game. Hang on. Alexa, what's the weather in Washington, D.C. on...
In Washington, D.C.
No,
District of
stop.
Columbia.
Alexa, stop. What's the weather in Washington, D.C. on April 26th? Alexa, what's the weather in Washington, D.C. on April 26th?
Here's the forecast for Saturday, April 26th in Washington, D.C. District of Columbia. Look for thunderstorms with a high of 78 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 53 degrees.
I can't sit in the rain. I already told him about his graduation because his graduation's outside. He's graduating from college. And I said, I saw him yesterday. No, I saw him Sunday. And I said, DJ, I will tell you this. If it's going to be raining, I can't go. I can't be sitting in the rain. I just can't. I can't see me doing that. But he understands. He said, believe it or not, we're going to have graduation whether it rains or not. Outside. I mean, they can, the parents can, whoever. I can't be sitting in the rain. I just can't. I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to. I'm not young anymore. I don't want to sit in the rain. Okay, this is the story of my life. Let's see. Let me tell the one I'm riding with. The weather on Saturday. They might not have the gang. It's a senior gang, and that's why it's important so that he can be recognized and do the senior walk thing. Ah, gosh. Let's see. Talk later. The story of my life. But that's okay. We will survive. Mama Sassy's coming in on May 3rd. We got the house freshened up. And I guess Rhonda's husband will be tending to the yard before she comes. Selling more plant starts. We call them plant starts. I call them plant starts. So I'll be doing another listing on Facebook Marketplace for that because it is sellable. Indoor plants are sellable all year round, actually, but they actually like at the beginning of spring. So I don't think we're going to start anymore. We might start. I have to talk to her. But so far we have $60, I think, from these little starts. And I told her when she gets home, we'll figure out what to do with the money. And she can do whatever. I mean, you know. I don't know. There was something else I wanted to tell you guys. What's going on with y'all? What are you going to be doing this week? Don't forget, we have some items over on Printify that's rolling in front of you. Sassy's Studio. Sassy's Studio on Printify.me. And follow us on both places. Most of the posts are on Facebook. Kelly is finishing up this month with the blog, and then it's going to go to not the email system. It's just going to be there. And I can remind you guys if there's a new blog post or whatever, if you want to check it out. It's just so easy when it's, but I can't do it all. I can't. They used to have this place years ago, and it was called Buck Hall Mall. We do it all. And I always say, I can't do everything. I'm not Buck Hall Mall. So like I said, it's going back to the basics. So I'm still doing the knee exercises, y'all. If you didn't see it last time, I roll up this towel, and I've got it here at the desk because this is where I think about it for whatever reason. And I roll up the towel. Let me see if I can back it up. I can't. What's in my way? I can't pick it up any further. And I can roll it up tight. And then I put it under my knee. I'm so fat. And then I hold it. And what it does is it stretches, I pull my knee in so that it's tight around this roll here. And what it does is it stretches your kneecap out. And that helps. I know, I'm so happy for him. Thank you, Suzette. I'm really happy for him. Um, it's been a long haul. Can you imagine the people that are getting even more years of college after that, like a doctor or whatever, or a vet? I think a vet does more than a doctor does. I don't know. But anyway, just going to school all your life, I can't. I can't. So now he's going to be entering the workforce, and that's always scary. But he will do. I have faith. He will do fine. You. A lot of times, kids get out of college and they have a major, and they end up doing other things because it just flows that way. But he likes baseball, so I think he will be using baseball as his extracurricular fun. Like he said something about a lot of the coaches need like volunteers and stuff like that, and that's good. I mean, that's all he knows is baseball. Really serious. He's a smart kid. He wants to go into cybersecurity or something, but he's a very smart kid, and he knows. And he showed me some samples of talking to us at Easter. And so he's a very smart kid, and he's learning, and he's taking it in. But when you get out of college, you don't know. It's scary to go into college, and it's scary to come out of college because you get used to. And he's not scared; he's just anxious. Which I think all kids are. I remember my other granddaughter that graduated. She was so over the whole thing. She threw her cap and gown at me and said, "Get rid of these." I'm going, "What are you talking about? Get rid of these? I don't want to see them anymore." The girl. Oh gosh. So I'll be working more on Cathy's online sales. If y'all want to follow me over there on Facebook, because I try to post. And by the way, you guys, do not throw away your old phones, depending on how old they are, because your old phones are resellable. Your old digital cameras are resellable. Even the broken ones, they're resellable. Just to give you a little hint, they're resellable because people buy them for parts. You just want to make sure you got all your information taken off of them, which you can do that by plugging it into your laptop and searching all the files and stuff in there, and they'll come off. And then there's some that just won't. Some cell phones they don't fool with. But some they will purchase for parts and stuff. And I purposely put for parts are not working so they can't complain. Because I sold a phone one time and they said it wasn't no good, which was a lie. Because I had it tested. I did everything to it, and he said the screen was broke. And it wasn't. But he waited the last 30 days to complain. And eBay is famous for believing the customer. So I threw a fit, and we got it straightened out. And the last time something happened, I threw a fit. They got it straightened out. This time I'm doing for parts are not working. They can't complain. They can't complain. They can't. If they do, I'm going to do something different about reselling stuff like that, because there's so many scammers. Y'all got to watch the scammers. I went on to my Social Security site, and they're talking about scammers there too. Y'all got to be careful. Everybody's scamming everybody. That's crazy. So when people call me, I got to be in a good mood. If it's a unknown number, I've got to be in a decent mood, willing to pay attention. If I'm in a bad mood, we're going to have problems. So I just tell people, like I was getting 4 phone calls a day, 4, saying they were with my insurance company, and they weren't. Oh, definitely, Suzette. Definitely. You know, it's just one of them things, and the parents get so upset and unnerved, and but see, I'm different. I don't know. I'm different. I don't push. I don't push people to do what I think they should do. I am there to support them and guide them, but I don't push them. What I do push is you better be a good person, act right, behave yourself. But career choices, school choices, whatever, I wouldn't want somebody pushing me. So I didn't push the kids. They made their own decisions on what path they wanted to go. And the grandkids, same way. I don't talk them in or out of anything. If they have a question, I answer it, in my opinion. But yeah, the kids, I don't know. He does. Now, I did ask. He told me what he wanted to go into and do when he first started college. So I did ask the people that I knew that were in that field, and they said he'll get a job anywhere. You just got an entry level. You can't start up here. You got to start here, down here, and then you work your way up. So I did do that. And I tried to help one of the other grandkids. But the first grandkid, I didn't have to help. She knew what she was doing, and she knew what she was after. And so I just said, good. And then the other kids are just like, if they have a question, I try. I advise, in my opinion. But I'm not a college person, so I know nothing about college. Nothing. I know I do feel bad for the kids that had to go through the you-know-what virus. They had to go through all that. I do feel bad about that. But, I mean, what are you going to do? That's out of your control. I don't even think he had a graduation for high school. I'm trying to think. I think that was during the shutdowns. I can't remember. Anyway, these holidays mess me up. So Sunday is okay. The holiday on Sunday. Then Monday, I had the appointments and stuff. And okay. So this morning, my brain's trying to go, today's Monday. Because I'm used to doing live streams on Monday. Do you ever get like that? It's like, oh, I can't. Okay, on Mondays, we have inner peace cards. Suzette's here, so she ain't going to miss it. She ain't going to miss it. She ain't going to miss it. Oh. And I did tell the doctor. I said, look, I'm getting tired of this. I said, I'm not a go to the doctor every time something happens person. I said, I mean, really get, no, you can't trust anybody. Everything is a scam. And my daughter's, she's realizing it too, because she goes, I can't do this, Mom. I can't do this. Because, the kids, everybody's on social media. I'm on social media too. But you can't believe everything. And so I research when I want to know something. And so that's what I did for her the other day. She goes, that's it. She says, I can't be looking at all this stuff. She said, I'm trying to keep from seeing all these because, when I'm not going to get political, but I will tell you, it's not fair for everybody to put everyone in fear. And they're doing a good job about trying to scare people. And some people fall for it and some people don't. I don't fall for it, but a lot of people do, and that's what I don't like. I don't like everybody using emotion, the fear factor on everybody, and that's what's going on. And you have to be very, very careful and I tell everybody, do some research, man. Do some research. And it took Mama Sassy a while to realize that they used the telephone to scam people. And she's used to answering the phone when it rings. And I keep telling her, you don't know who it is. It's not in your contact list. If it was, the name would come up. But she didn't trust that. So she would answer the phone. I said, don't be talking to these salespeople. So they call and they want you to say yes. That's what they want you to say. So when they call to ask, yeah, everybody has to start at the bottom, Suzette, I think, personally. Because if you don't know how those people feel, or you don't know, you should start a company from the bottom up so you know how it operates. But anyway, let me get back to this. So these people would call and I'd be in a mood like, okay, I'll deal with this. And I answer the phone because sometimes they just call. And until you answer the phone and tell them to stop, they're not going to. So they would call and ask me, is this Cathy right? And I don't say yes. I say, I'm Cathy. And they pause. I'm going, oh, that tells me something. And then they talk about insurance. And I'm going, I'm handling everything. Thank you. And I hang up. I won't talk to them. And the only reason that I would answer the phone really is if I'm expecting a call from, a lot of the nurses and stuff, they'll call you from another phone, and it doesn't list it as your doctor's office or whatever. And that bothers me too. Yeah, I see that, Suzette. I've noticed that. And I don't know what that's about. I have no clue. I noticed that though. And I don't know. And I sent out an Easter message. I learned how to schedule a message on my phone. I didn't know you could do that. And I said, you know what? I'm scared I'm not going to be able to. I'm scared I'm going to get caught up in it and forget to send a message out to the kids, Happy Easter, right? So I scheduled it. And I don't think anybody got it because not one person responded. And it doesn't hurt my feelings if they did see it and didn't respond. I just want to know if they saw it. If they didn't see it, then I'm not scheduling again. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody over to check out the live stream, but if they don't check it out, then I'll go back over. What I do when I get off here, I go back over and I share it. Did you miss it? And I'm trying to get people to check out the live stream. We never have had a lot of people come over to YouTube. But this is the only way I know to do this until Facebook changes up stuff. Even if all I do is go through Facebook itself and no other thing, I can't share anything there. But even if I just went through them, it's not guaranteed to go out. Because I had when I had problems not being able to go live stream through Facebook itself, that was the end of that. Okay. Yeah, I know, Suzette, it's a problem. I don't understand. Unless a lot of something's going on. You know, when something's going on that's trending or whatever, and everybody's using the internet at the same time, it'll clog it up. That's the only thing I can think of, because we haven't had this problem before, have we? Where it's usually kind of goes through pretty good. Okay, you guys, y'all need to have a great week. Even though I'm seeing it's going to rain here. And then after this, at 2 o'clock, I'm on Cathy's Online Sales, just for a few minutes. Okay, these are for somebody who doesn't know, these are inner peace cards. I call them peace cards. And they're Dr. Wayne W. Dyer sayings. And I don't know how long these are going to last me, but we'll do them until they fall apart, I guess, huh? Okay. All right, here we go. Shuffle them up and then out. I like these so much better than the affirmation cards. It says, I am a human being, not a human doing. I think we've had this one before. I'm not quite sure. And this says, don't equate your self-worth with how well you do things in life. You aren't what you do. If you are what you do, then when you don't, you aren't. That's cute. See that? That's cute. You aren't what you do. If you are what you do, then when you don't, you aren't. Makes sense. Makes sense. Every time I think about my grandson and going to college and all this stuff, I think about the story this lady told me. Her first kid was going to college. And she says, I don't understand him. And now what happened to that? Maybe I touched something I wasn't supposed to. Okay. Anyway, she said, I don't understand him. She said, she told them, let's go see this college, whatever college it was. We're going to go visit, see if see what you think. And he said, you're just going to take me there and drop me off, aren't you? She said, where in the heck did he get that from? So I don't know. He's just scared. Anyway, let's have a great week. Let's get back on the schedule. Today's Tuesday, Cathy. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Hopefully, cross your fingers. And hopefully it's not raining on Saturday in Washington, D.C., because that's the area that his game is. I just can't see me sitting in the rain if that's what it's going to do. If it's an iffy thing, I'll just be prepared and try it. I don't know if you're even allowed to have a umbrella there. I know, Suzette, it's hard. I'll see what I can do about doing something about getting people over to YouTube from Facebook. It's just hard. People just don't. Now, in the Facebook event, I have it to where they have to push the button to go to the event. And, but this is where the live streams are. And what they're doing is they're scrolling Facebook, and then that'll pop up, and that's fine, except they're not going to do the next step to go over to YouTube. I don't know what else to do. I don't know. I don't know. So I know we'll have to do something about getting people to come on over. Because it's too many steps for me to post the video. I can only post the link to the video if I download the video and then put it on and if I try to go back over on Facebook and do all that again, I'm going to give it a breather for a minute, because I have tried to get Facebook to do what they're supposed to do. But I'm really thinking they don't like the third-party stuff. Well, if they don't like the third-party stuff, then they need to change it up, right? They need to change it up. I don't know what else to do. So, yeah, we miss everybody. You guys need to come on and join. I try to schedule it ahead of time. Come on over. All right, talk to you later, Suzette. We'll figure it out. I don't know what else to do. I still have more videos to edit, but I had all them cookies to make and all that. Didn't have extra time now that the cookies are made, so I'll edit another video. So with the sisters in it. Okay, I will talk to you later, everybody. Have a great week. Bye.
Do you enjoy our videos? Well, we love making them for you. But we do like to have a little extra money to be able to bring them to you. So if you would like to contribute to Buy Me a Coffee, we
please.
can add to our little fund
Yes.
to bring you more great content. So buymecoffee.com, Sassy Silver Sisters. Cheers.